Head coach Adrianna Baggetta is here today to talk some Emory softball. Coach, you guys have been practicing for about 3 weeks now in your season opener, kind of quickly approaching, not this week and the following weekend. Talk about how spring practice is going so far.
Yeah, other than the rain, we've been just getting after it. I think everybody came back with a mindset ready to go and ready to compete. Every day has been a challenge, and then every day we've overcome something in a positive, to learn and grow and just to continue to compete every day to get better to where we're going. Understanding that it has been a pretty fairly long preseason of practice without seeing another opponent. But overall, they've been challenging themselves and getting better every day.
I imagine you had a little bit of fall ball way back in September, October, and now you've had the spring practices so far. Do you think the kids are picking up on kind of like what you want to accomplish so far?
Yeah, I think they're all bought in. It's been so exciting to watch them, and they want to get after it, and they want to continue to grow on what they've already accomplished here at Emory and the foundation that's been set. So they understand, and I think they're working really hard to get it done. The key is now putting it on the field against a different opponent.
Looking at this year's team, you have 15 active players on this roster who were on last year's UAA championship team that made the NCAA tournament. In looking at, we do kind of a positional breakdown. We'll start with with our pitching staff. Kind of like how you would assess the pitchers right now, even though you haven't played anybody yet, but kind of what you've seen so far.
Right. So right now, I think we have 4 pitchers battling for Game 1 start. I think looking at the innings returning, we're in a good spot. The numbers aren't huge, but there are quality pitchers on our staff to figure out how to piece them together to battle opponents. Everybody, I've seen them all kind of take this deep breath and puff out their chest and gain the confidence that they're all able to pitch. And I think going into the season, it'll be our staff's challenge to figure out who should pitch in what spot and where we should go with each individual.
Any of those veterans standing out so far? I know you got a couple of them. Toko Miller's a senior, Madison Schaefer's a young, Madeline Mayday, Sammy Feller. Anybody standing out, or just you're still kind of like piecing the puzzle together?
Just piecing it together. When you play yourself enough, you don't know if it's the hitters that are really good or the pitchers that. So what we're trying to figure out is in the bullpen every day, who's most consistent, who can go at batters. For me, it's really who's going to attack batters. Are we going to strike out a lot of people? Probably not. Defensively, we'll be a pretty solid team behind them. So who can get the ball in play and not with rapid velocity coming off the bat? But I really at this moment I would say they're all right there with each other, and it's who wants to step up and really get it done. I don't think there's going to be one pitcher that has to carry this team because I think they're all capable.
You talk about defense, so that kind of is a good segue into your infield. Left side's pretty solid. Cassie Baca, first team All UAA player. Jesse McLean, the second team, the third. Those are just a couple of the veterans. Talk about maybe kind of like how you envision the infield positions.
Yeah, so infield, we do have a lot of returning players. We also have a lot of young players that have stepped up and challenged those returning players. So it'll be interesting here in the next week going forward to see where everyone plays up, and it's going to be tough as the coach to put a lineup together of what's best for our team, not necessarily who has played and what their statistics have been in the past. And that's what's been fun about this team. Everybody came in with this clean slate. I know the statistics, but that's not holding a lot of weight based on where my starting lineup. My job is going to be to put in the top 10 kids that can help us win, and then fill in the other spots with the roles of each player. Use everybody's strengths. We have a lot, and we're getting deeper by the day, and that's fun but challenging as the lineup starts to come into play, because there may be some players that have played quite a bit that other players are going to step up and rise above, and then other players new players. We have a lot of newcomers, quite a few that play really, really big roles. We've seen some good offensive production from the freshmen and leadership qualities. So everybody's really just still, I don't know that I have anybody set in stone in a position yet. We're still kind of penciled in with the ability to erase as of right now on Wednesday, a week and a half out.
You know, we talked about the season opening weekend, 23rd, 24th. We go up to North Carolina, the William Peace Tournament. That first weekend, obviously you want to be successful. You want to get 4 W's if you can.
Right.
But also, I mean, is it still kind of it'd be a good test for you to kind of really kind of plug players into different spots?
Again, yeah, our first and foremost, the first goal is that first pitch in the first inning of the first game, and we want to win that pitch and then continue to create growth from there. It'll be interesting to see where I can and cannot put people in and where my job as a coach is to make sure that I'm setting up every player for success. So where can I put in player X, you know, to succeed, to benefit our team as well. It is about our team, and we've preached that from day one. You know, this is not about any one person being the only best thing at Emory. It's about how our team plays for championships and how we compete every day for each other.
Do you see this team possibly as being a team of a lot of interchangeable parts? You can kind of, I mean, as of right now, you might be able to put, you know, a lot of different kids in different positions.
Yeah, I think, again, it's one of those things where you start to, you know, work on a formula of who can hit behind who and who needs to lead off and how do we get, you know, the fastest person to make sure that the bases in front of her are wide open and not there's a speed bump that slows our own selves down. And then defensively, you know, who's got the strongest arm, where can we place, you know, if we need, can an outfielder or infielder be interchangeable with a bat? You know, them quality rolls off the bench. Who is good in a one at bat situation? Who can come in and run bases and take advantage of what's going on? What pitcher can come in and just shut the door and you know, lock it? So it really will be interesting to see as we go against a different team where everybody fits in and the mentality of each player.
All right, Coach. Thanks very much for your time. I'll let you get back to work. Good luck next week. We'll be keeping an eye on you, and we'll catch up with you as the season progresses.
Thank you.